Alright everyone, we are back with another Mania World Cup 2021 matchup. Unfortunately, you're not joined by us in suits. We'll be hanging on in the sidelines to commentate a bit, but yes, this is the last guys you saw on the previous stream, which happened around 10 minutes ago. which is me, Davey, and Juan. Hello, Juan.
Hello, Davey. It feels like I have not talked with you in a long time, man. It's been so long.
Yeah, what's up? It's been a
up?
while.
Yeah.
But yes, now we have our very last matchup. So this is exciting stuff. We have Brazil versus United States, who will be the grand champion of the Mania World Cup 2021. We're about to find out.
Yep. It's a wild thing, right? Every time we get to this point, right, the grand final, the last match of the tournament, I always feel a bit nostalgic. We have gone through such a long journey that felt so short, but it's finally coming to a conclusion. We are finally gonna see who wins this whole thing. By the end of this match, we'll have the champion decided, and it's between Brazil and the United States. This year, no matter what happens, the tournament.
Wow, a stupid man out of the gate, rolling 100.
Whoa, okay. I was gonna make a emotional speech about the tournament just staying on America regardless of who wins, but then we just get 100 rolls, so that's more important.
Yeah, it's definitely more important. We need those imaginary numbers. We need to say them out loud when they happen. But yeah, Brazil will be banning first. They're probably going to ban maybe a long note pick would be my guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if they ban algebra here, honestly. But we'll see.
What ban did they have last time around?
I think it was algebra actually they banned against the Brazilians. I don't think they banned it against Malaysia, but I believe they banned it against Brazil. Brazil has a very strong release lineup. Like Amaron is a god at the lens and releases specifically, so is Lothus and Silly Fangers, so they have a good time in a map like Algebra, even more so that considering how long it is, which will just make them look better in the accuracy department. But there's also Be Fortunate they could go for. I don't think Be Fortunate is a good ban because column lobs are a thing and US can bank on those. But they're going to be banning... what is it? Okay, the Brazilians are banning already Fake Promise, so no surprises there, going for like the Sharpnel, straight up jump stream pick. And now the United States probably going to be banning Algebra, as we argued earlier. No, they're going to be banning Arcav? Okay, well that makes sense, right? The score on Arcav by the Brazilians last time was insane, like amazingly good.
Oh yeah, the thing about this matchup is that they are facing off again, which means that they have more info on each other, how they perform, because this is the same pool. So there's not anything like very unexpected since they did face off just a week prior. So this is going to be, might be because of that in the United States' favor, because they have a bit of a better sense about what Brazil's strong points and weak points are, and they need to really go for those weak points right in order to secure at least a single point, because overall Brazil is just so inhumanely strong that it feels almost insurmountable.
I'm honestly kind of surprised though that the United States is not going straight for SVs, and even more so surprised that both of the SVs maps are open. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and we also got Dark Sambaland.
Yeah, I was about to say, whoa, this is a great match already. It didn't even start and it's already hype.
Indeed it is. I mean, it's just the fact that it's the very last match is already hype enough. The very last Grand Finals matchup.
Alright then, here we go. I actually don't dislike this pick by the United States either, because Rise is their specialty, and this is probably one of those Rise maps they have the upper hand of. We'll see if it actually ends up working on. They need a great performance by Real Richie and Grip Warrior, definitely. And good backup from Stupid Man here as well, at 99.80. This is a very, very close match so far, but we find the first miss of the matchup.
Yeah, and that was not clean at all. He dropped all the way down to 99.25. That is going to hurt the performance a lot. So right now it really rests on just the Brazilian side messing up. And I don't know if Grip Warrior can really climb back enough for his act to recover, because he did hold really strong act.
It is really hard because you have to bring it back to a point that you're better than the Brazilians, and the worst score right now by the Brazilians is by Lothus of all people with a 99.81%. So as much as the United States might be accuracy with their top 2 players, Grip Warrior is just finding misses all over the place. Oh, right, Lothus won 3 of those misses. That's actually favorable for the US.
Yeah,
The
there was
accuracy from
3
Grip
misses,
though is a bit too low.
but it seems like no. Grip Warrior is just struggling just enough for.
It's a huge drop by Lothus.
No, Lothus, what's happening? Oh my God, the defense will drop even more. It seems it's going into the favor of the United States. Finally, I'm struggling to say words right now because of how big of a turnaround it was. We are at the last third of the match. I mean, of the map.
That was a shocking choke by the entirety of the Brazilian team. We still see 2 full combos from the United States, one of them in a low accuracy, but it doesn't matter. The United States just has a lead here and they can hold on to it, and there's only a quarter of the map left. If they hold this, they will start with the right foot on their own pick, and that's exactly what they were looking for. They only got SVs last time. This is a great step up already.
Indeed.
Tricky transition there, Griwario heading at 200, but it's not going to be enough so long as there's no more misses. The North Americans have the advantage.
Seems like, and Lil Richie getting it all the way home with the 99.
Is that enough?
I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh no!
It's going to get really close to the end.
It's the very last. Oh no! Don't do this to me! Don't do this to me! No!
Brazil's back in the lead and they will take this!
Oh, at the very last moment, stupid man misses
oh
again.
My goodness!
It could have been. Oh my God.
Oh, that was... Oh my God, that's such a good score by Lil Richie as well! It's so unfortunate they didn't get this! That might have been the Brazilians, like, chance for them to lose the ball already on the start of the match. 5 misses by Lothus and a single one for the other 2, but the United States just can't compete. They just collapsed it at the end. Superman was holding their ground as much as he could, but at the end, the stamina being a bit of a factor, and so the Grip Warrior struggled to hitting the combos all the time. So many misses all over the place, and that's a break point already for the Brazilians.
Indeed. That was our ride. We are already at the first pick, and we're already thrown in for a loop. It feels like I've aged 3 additional years because of that pick. Now let's see if every other pick will be as intense. And we're getting Algebra, which means Antima, who's their name? I keep forgetting, was starting on A on Brazil.
Yeah, we have Lemarchino here. Amaron is going to be probably joining for this. Is my mic doing better a lot right now? I'm not sure. I changed the mics.
They're asking how their days are going. It seems like it's still are waiting. Hello? It seems like one is having some issues.
Alright, now it should be working, hopefully. Hello?
Yeah, it's working.
There we go. Okay, so Algebra out of the pick. No surprises here by the Brazilians. They go straight for this, as it was not banned. Last time it was banned, they couldn't get the chance on this. And I seen the score by Amaron. Guys, if he can get his PB on this, you're all gonna be very shocked. And by very shocked, I mean very shocked.
It seems like the Brazilians and the United States are being shocked at something too. I didn't see what happened there, but they reacted to something. Okay.
So, let's see if they can hold their grounds together here. This is a long map, so they are... Oh, there's a disconnection early on, so we'll probably get an abort. But I was about to say, the fact that Lemarchino's playing this might give some opportunity to the United States if he struggles with the nerves, as he is not a player that has that much experience compared to the rest of the Brazilian roster. But I think he can hold his ground just as fine. But here, really, Amaron has a wild amount of 6 200s on this map.
Oh my God. How do you compete against that? But yeah, like algebra is one of those maps that requires a lot of consistency. It's not extremely difficult to just column locked on, or like it's not a map you can normally struggle on physically. So it really puts in that requirement of just pure focus, pure raw focus, because it goes on for 4 minutes of difficult releases all the way through. Even if they're not hard physically, they're still tricky to coordinate, and you can still drop so much AC if you just mistime something.
Absolutely. This is a map that you could, like, it's not that easy to column lock, I'd say, because it's not as dense as something like Be Fortunate, but it definitely has this potential where you can just misread one of those releases, get some coordination issues, and insanely drop your accuracy because of that. And we'll have to see if the two teams have what it takes. The Brazilian, as I said, picking this, it was banned last time, so the United States definitely not the most comfortable pick for them. We'll see if it works.
Yeah, but the United States does have players such as Tofdaddy who excels at these kind of maps, and because Marcino is also playing, it might mean.
Oh my god, I just curse him. I curse him before the map even started. Amaron, the one guy who you expect to hold the ground here for Brazil, finds the first miss of the map, and the United States is very slightly ahead, with Stupid Man's accuracy being on the low side here. I'm a bit surprised that I'm seeing a 99.1 on this.
Yeah, it seems like he's struggling a bit too. I guess that was one of the reasons. It's actually enough so that the scores are flickering even though Amaron got a miss. So this might just rest on the United States actually FCing this, which is a possibility. I won't put
it's definitely a possibility. This team can definitely get a 3-way FC, but this accuracy from Stuman, he's rushing a lot and having a lot of issues with the releases all over the place. He's hitting many 200s, and because of that, Brazil is now on the lead back again, despite the one miss.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Stupid Man has to climb a bit more in accuracy to be able to give United States the slightest edge, and really even the slightest edge matters. And
they have actually putting ahead by a fair margin now. This is a long map too, so a difference like this, about 8,000, maybe 10,000 points, is a huge lead.
Yeah,
I don't think a single mix makes the difference here. They need two from Brazil. A little bit of a break before the hardest part of the map though, so some time to recover the accuracy for Stupid Man.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to recover, but overall his performance has already just became a bit of a detriment for United States performance, while Tofdaddy is holding pretty strong. He's actually having the highest score of the entire lobby right now. And Matthew
raise those wishes. After this transition though, the map picks up and it just goes on. It doesn't stop anymore. At this point and until the end, the map is just going to be denser and more tricky to coordinate. So we'll see if this mini burst can prove to be a difficulty for Brazil, or if the United States is going to collapse instead. We'll see.
Yeah, right now Mashu is actually dropping a lot of accuracy. It's getting Brazil even more of a lead coming into this very last section.
Yeah,
and
those mania lands are hard.
Yeah, they're...
Mashu drops!
Oh, yeah, that... Oh no, Mashu.
Exactly one of those mania lands that we were mentioning. Oh god, that's bad for the United States. This is a pick for the Brazilians still, so it's not that bad to lose this. But they were holding the ground. They had a 3-way FC and perhaps a chance with this last bit, which is actually column lockable as it goes 1/4 throughout the entirety of it. So a single miss from the United States might be not bad enough to see a column lock here by Brazil. I don't just see that happening. Marchino's holding the ground really well, and Tove now misses.
Yeah,
that's gonna be it for the United States, I think.
Spell doom. That is going to spell doom for United States right there, as Brazil takes their own point. Now United States has a shot. I'd say they'd have to go for something like SV, because they're really strong at that.
That's some hot score there by Marchino, isn't it? 14-200s, not the best ratio in the universe, but definitely a very good one nonetheless. Sillyfanger gets the top score of the lobby, however, but I have to point out that Marchino's score from someone who's a newbie into this World Cup scenario, who's not a Baron, who doesn't have that much experience, coming into the grand final and putting that score, that's great. That's really good.
Is he calling? Is Stupid Ben calling for the pick of Viscraft?
I'm not sure. I mean, their score was kind of cracked, but I'm not sure if they have to go for Viscracked, of all things. Oh, they are going for it?
Actually?
Are they actually picking this? No, they're picking Uta. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So we're gonna do some changes on the stream side, yep. Yeah, there was no way they were gonna pick Viscracked in that situation.
Yeah, I think it was just a joke. But right now we're getting ready for the what's it called? AU. Thank you. And indeed, it's going to be very techy. Yeah, it's one of those very tricky map that's definitely super chokeable. It seems like United States' strategy is go for picks where Brazil can potentially choke a lot, and we saw that on the last pick, where they did struggle a lot. It was just that on the very last stretch, the United States struggled even harsher than Brazil did. Alright, they're going to give it them all. I think we saw a bit of a switch up. Light is coming in. I think this is the first time this match is played. I'm not sure, but I think that is the case. We also got Lofus, the Rice Monster, joined with Sillyfanger on Brazil's side. And we also got Lil Richie coming in, together with Stupid Man and Grip Warrior. It seems like Juan's a bit quiet right now. I'm not sure why.
Oh, I'm absolutely quiet. It's just that I'm wondering. This map should be in favor of the United States, but ever so slightly, I think. We'll see if that is the case. Again, they need great performances by Lil Richie, but that was a miss by Light at the very early stage of the map, so that's a good opportunity for the United States already.
Indeed, Lil Richie is holding it tight with 99.8, and Lofus actually dropping. Lofus is struggling a bit on the right side, which is surprising.
Remember when we were talking on Suits, the Brazil struggles with consistency. It was not the case for the entire tournament right now, but this is happening now, and Grim Warrior drops alongside Superman though, with a drop from Sillyfanger. This is now one miss in favor of the United States.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Superman is struggling a lot on the accuracy. So this is all resting on the low Richie.
Oh, Grim Warrior drops again!
Oh no! That can actually switch things. It's in Brazil's favor again. Oh dear. I'm not sure if
Brazil is on the lead again. That's just insane. Like, United States having the ideal scenario, exactly what they were looking for. Brazil just choking all the time, all their players, like literally the three of them, both like they all missed in both of the rice maps, and yet US is not able to pull through. They're struggling with consistency themselves. And as long as Lil Richie holds, they have a chance. And that's a double drop.
100% Silly Fangirl, which means that United States has a shot. There's just one final really hard section to go through.
But there's still like a third of the map remaining though. They still have a minute to go through, and if we saw anything, it's like Grim Warrior struggling with consistency, and so there is the miss, and so is the miss from Stupid Man too!
Oh my god!
Brazil is on the lead again! in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, it's just they miss almost always twice. Just both players.
Oh, and Superman's just not holding it. His stamina is dead. It's not there anymore. It's abandoned him. And Brazil now has a huge lead again. Light pulling as much weight as he can for the Brazilians, and everybody else really holding their combos together. And as much as really Richie is trying his best, he's holding the incredible full combo on this, which is not something we've seen very often if we ever seen it before. But that's not enough. You need 3 players to perform like that, and it's not happening. Brazil will take it again. A 3-point lead, 2 break points for them. The miss from Love, so the end's not gonna matter as Green Warrior trades it.
Yeah. It's
and that's
trade,
just it.
But it's like, yeah.
It's not enough time.
That's my bit. It's my bit, yeah. And the final quads. That ends the map.
What is that score by Little Richie though? Again, the Brazilian wins as a team, but Little Richie with 2 200s! 992k!
How does
he
it
got a
do?
993 into a 992 over Rise. What is this guy on? He's just playing so well!
Yeah, he's performing out of his mind. It's just the other players has to perform around the same as him in order for United States to have a clear shot. And yeah, Stupid Man unfortunately having a bit of a bad run. If he didn't, if he just actually somehow got just 1 miss, that could have been United States. And now it's going to be Brazil's turn to pick. So let's see.
2 breakpoints down, Brazil's pick now. Everything's looking grim for the United States and bright for the Brazilians. And we'll see what they can do here. They probably gonna go for Beast Cracked here, I think. Maybe be fortunate if they want to risk it a little bit. And I think they have a good option here to risk it, as they are on the lead by a fair margin. They can afford to pick the difficult stuff now instead of holding it for the end, where the nerves are going to start to take place. They also have the bracket reset if they even like fudge it up too much. So I'll honestly be fortunate here of all things.
That or I think they have a good shot on Dusanko, because United States does struggle on that in particular from what I saw at the previous scores. But still, maybe be fortunate for this crack that saves their more stronger picks here. They have a lot of options. In the United States, their options are shrinking. They might go for something like Bleed the 5th, Methane, or
actually, what if they pick Dark Sambaland?
Dark Sambaland? Yeah, that could be it. I'm not sure about how strong the entire roster is on the Jack side.
They're gonna go for Dusanko. They're gonna for the hybrid.
Yep. Yeah, Grip Warrior being hyper. Me too, Grip Warrior. Let's hope that hype translates into some really strong performance. Like right now, it's just a matter of them being consistent, right? They just sometimes just drop the ball, which leads to Brazil taking the lead because they're just that much more consistent. They still show that Brazil has weak points. They do miss, and they can miss a lot, but it's still not enough, it seems like, if United States just is inconsistent.
This is a shorter map, so at least United States has that thing going for them. This is a pretty one-sided map, though. I think Brazil is going to comfortably take this pick. But if there is one chance for the US, is that it is a short map, and chokes in short maps matter more than on longer maps, especially when the accuracy is in favor of the Brazilians here. So we'll have to see if that is the case. Lotus is struggling a little bit in the intro.
Is that I'm not sure if that... Wait.
Yeah, that was a legit miss. That was 100% a legit miss.
Ooh, that is going to hurt. So yeah, they do have a shot right now, and because it's a shorter map, they have just a bit of an advantage. Because, as you said,
The miss was very early, so it's not that big of an advantage. It can still be overcome just by accuracy, despite how short this map is compared to the rest. We're already a third into the map, and United States still holding their lead here. 99.82 for Little Richie, almost matching Silly Fangers, 99.86, which is unbelievably good, by the way. And Superman and Amaron are both just fighting against each other. The accuracy difference between those 4 players is pretty much the same. Oh, but there's a miss by Little Richie.
Yeah, that was a big rush by Little Richie. He dropped accuracy too because of it, and Stupid Man finding a miss too, which means that Brazil has a comfortable lead going into the second half. And Stupid Man unfortunately missing even more. So yeah, it's almost over now, but Amaron also finding a miss. Amaron does find a miss, so there might be a shot for them, but it's very slight.
Actually, will this be enough time for the United States? I think they might have enough time here. Oh, this will be huge breakpoint if they can hold it ground, but can they do it? I don't think we have enough time here. They need another miss.
This is extremely tight.
Oh god, it's getting so close! I cannot believe it, but it seems like the Brazilians are still pulling ahead by
almost 400 points. 4,000.
Wow! Crazy score again by Silly Fang, who's playing a really great match here. Only 4 200s and a single 100 above the 990k. Every score above the 990k on a matchup like this, on a map like this, that is so hard. It's incredible. And we're seeing it them pretty much every single map. And we almost saw like 2 of them in this one specifically. Greek Warrior as well with a good score. Not quite the best ratio, unfortunately, compared to everybody else. And as the US had this chance, this was a golden chance as well to get a breakpoint.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But Grip Warrior does show potential. He didn't miss that time around, and his score was actually really good because of it. Now, if you can tie Lil Rich's score in together, that means that they might be able to overperform Brazil. But it's also depending on the third player, who's seeming to struggle a lot on these dancer picks. And they're going straight with Methane. This might be United States' shot.
Yeah, they don't really have anything else. They have to go for SVs here. What they will go for otherwise, they have struggling with every single thing. They lost hybrids, they lost longbows, they lost rice. They just gotta go for the SVs and try to get a reset. To just get a reset of tempo, to get a reset of morale, to win a map and get back into the game, because they should have won the last one, I feel. And the 2 rice maps,
that was so
really close too.
It's just the United States coming just a bit short. It does look like it's a close match overall, but Brazil just keeping it together a lot, which means that United States just falls a bit short.
We get to hear a banger though, so I'm okay with this, regardless of the implications we might have. Wow, that was a very fast start as well. We see Lem Archino as well joining here. No Lem. I'm a bit surprised. I was hoping Lem was going to show up here for this one.
Maybe
here we are. Oh, there it is. The cutting edge bug, where this first node goes super, super fast.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just a thing with the current stable build. Something messing up with the red lines calculation, whatever. I don't remember this map too well, but it was...
Oh, there were some pretty tricky memo parts. Well, not really memo. You could easily read them through if you know the gimmick, if you understand the gimmick. But it takes some time, and I'm sure this 2 teams put enough practice into this. And particularly Marchino, who's holding the best score right now, even matching Top Daddy, even surprising him. That's insane.
But what a surprise. Actually an entire Brazilian roster doing really well, but we're getting into the meat of things, where with a lot of teleports And Lotus taking a bit of a hit accuracy-wise, which
Still in the lead though.
yeah, they're still there because Stupid Man is struggling a lot on the accuracy.
That's a lot of 200 for Lotus. The scores flickering.
Oh, but Stupid Man's getting even more. But it might still flicker. It's still flickering. So Daddy seems to be performing extraordinarily well as Mersinho. And we're at the halfway point. Now anything
It's
can happen.
literally just the difference between Stupid Man and Lotus here. Everything else is like essentially tied. There's like 0.04% of advantage to the United States. Oh, but that was a huge drop by Lotus. They are literally on the lead now.
Oh.
United States on the lead by a very, very small margin. Maybe like a 200 or maybe a couple of 300.
They're not. It's a bit about those trilly stuff too. If they can
Just
act
compare the
right.
accuracies. Toph and Marcino are exactly the same. Stupid Man and Lotus, there's 0.08, and then between the other two, there's 0.07. So this is like as close as it can get. This is literally on the verge of anything to flip. No misses though.
Yeah.
This means it's gonna get really intense at the end.
Yeah, we're getting into a repeat of the last part where Brazil seems to struggle a lot on the accuracy.
Oh, there was a drop, a big drop by Stupid Man too. And now the accuracies are again the same.
But
Toph Daddy also
it
dropping
feels
some of the
like they
Marcino.
still have...
Oh, with the drop at the end.
Amarov!
There goes the United States. They're taking the first point. Whoa!
They're taking
At
their
the
first
end.
points off of their Fane.
B1 double S by Marcino as well. Wow! That's a huge score and a half. 994k, but it's not enough. The United States back on the game. 991, 993. Lil Richie and Toph Daddy hitting extremely well. And wow!
Yeah, no. Holy hell, that score from Masinho, that is spectacular. Even though Toph Daddy's ratio was better by a slightest margin, it's just a difference of essentially 2 300s because Toph Daddy they get two 200s, were they not two like 200s, that would be like either 300s or 320s, I guess. But still, Marcinho getting a V1 SS on a map like that is super impressive. He has to...
That is ridiculous. Like, the score from Lil Richie as well, and from Toph, those 3 scores were insanely good. Like, ridiculously good.
Yeah, it looks like Stupid Man is fixing their scroll speed. Maybe this will lead to some even improved performance from them. They're going with actual Brazil, going with Dark Sambalam. I'm not...
I told you!
Right?
I told you this was a good pick for Brazil. I agree with this.
No! Oh no, the United States is freaking out over this pick. I'm giving payment my login info. Yeah, they better have to. This one is intense. 167 ppm short jack. It's fast. It's really fast.
So yeah, but I mean, I have no idea how it's humanly possible for people to actually play 167 core jacks, but apparently they can. It has been banned for a while, so this is definitely on the harder side, and it's the first time we're gonna be seeing this in stream and in match in general. So we'll see. I think Brazil just has an amazing roster for jacks and core jacks in general, so I'm not surprised this has been the pick here, especially considering how close the last hybrid was and how inconsistent the Brazilians did look on the Alliance overall over than Algebra. But Silly Fangirl, Light and Lotus is just a godlike team for jacks. I will argue Amaron as well, but this might be a bit of out of the comfort zone, and 167 is very fast, so Light might just be making up for that difference. And on the United States side too, Warrior and Lil Richie are insanely good powerhouses when it comes to insanely levels of speed and technicality. But Stupid Man, pretty much a good core jack player as well himself in the past. We'll see if he can hold his ground here for this one. And we have to see if mind blocks are a thing here. Maps like this are very easy to mind block.
They are, and that might be one of the reasons this has been banned a lot. It's pretty tricky. There's some tricky rhythms here and there. What is that? Did
Light just got a miss?
Button? He forgot to press a button at the very calm part. That
Warrior tracing there, though.
Warrior getting a very early miss to
let's compensate.
that could have actually been a way for United States to take an advantage early on.
If Lotus gets an insane score on this, which he might, I'm not sure what we'll do. Because he's holding on the 99.97 already.
Yeah.
And he's climbing, of all things.
That's the score.
So we're still in the lead right now. They're having the accuracy advantage. But not by much, really. It's mostly just Lotus single-handedly carrying the Brazilians. And Light, with his accuracy, a little bit behind. But it's definitely enough, just because of the combo cap difference. They have a little bit more combo advantage in the Brazilian side due to the misses not happening after the 400 combo mark. And really just Lotus, of all things. Like Light and Creep Warrior both had misses, both have the exact same accuracies. But then Lotus just outplays everyone else. And Creep Warrior now misses, and so does Stupid Man. That's so hard.
Both Stupid Man and Grip Warrior missed extremely hard at once it picked up again. Lotus did drop 2, but it looks like United States is dropping a lot.
Oh, Lotus dropped. I didn't notice that. No.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to be our first 998 score we see on this. Oh no, it looks like it's struggling a lot. Yeah, that's brutal.
I want to see the ratio as well, though. 98! Oh, let's go!
98.
That's just as ridiculous. He had those 3 misses at the end because of the stamina, and that's completely understandable. But 98 300s on this is just crazy. Like, it's 20-1. That's 20-1 ratio. Almost.
Yeah, it's almost...
What in the world? And the V1SS as well from Silly Fanger. Like, hello? 995, hello? Little Richie as well with a 1-200 play? What is wrong with this, guys? Why are you banning this? You guys are so good. And the fact that like Brazil just has 3 200s across the entire team? What?
Oh god, that was one-sided. And now they're going for the second SV picks. They're just going for pure SV. And now Brazil is up at their like 5 points, and they just need 2 more points in order to take it to the very they just need 2 points to take it all home, right? So United States really has to go for a miracle here, because Brazil still has lots of options to go with. United States going with Recession as their final SV pick, and what can they do after that? Brazil's probably going to pick either a hybrid or a LN pick, which means that United States really has to just show off in those picks in order to even be close, because it looks like all of the potential rise picks for them are gone now because they just underperformed just slightly, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we're getting into the final SV pick session. I don't think we've seen this as well, unless I'm mistaken.
We saw this in the previous match as well between United States and Brazil. Last time it was Mafane that was banned by Brazil, and this time both of them were left open. Brazil lost this map against the United States last time. It was the only point US got. So we'll see if history repeats here.
Indeed. They have shown to be really strong on SVs, but they can't get too comfortable, because we saw how good Mercino was on that last SV pick, Methane, and it could definitely happen again. And this one in particular requires a lot of LN coordination together with the pure SV reading, which makes it very different from Methane, which is more Rise-based, more Rise-oriented. It's also a lot longer too, so consistency really matters, and it looks like Brazil has an advantage, if only very slight. And it's flickering actually, as Tofdad is doing extraordinarily well. Same goes with Amaram, beating even Tofdad's score. And now it looks about equal actually.
it really is very equal. It's mostly just the accuracy difference between Lotus and Stupidman, which is putting Brazil on the lead, I believe, because Amaron and Toph are just equal, and Little Richie is outperforming ever so slightly the Marshino here. But at this point, Amaron hitting a couple of 200s will put United States on the lead again. But there's so much more maps still remaining. This is almost a 4-minute chart, and we're not even halfway through yet, so we still have like 2 more minutes of action here, and nerves and coordination and concentration. And Stupidman finds a drop right on that transition.
That's a huge drop. Now Brazil has a huge advantage. That's so unfortunate.
That was a huge drop by Lotus though, and Meron now drops the ball as well. So many 200s by the top tier Brazilian, who now drops the drop as well.
Oh my god, what's happened to his hack? He dropped all the way down to 99.09. Oh god. Yeah, no, this is definitely looking in United States ballpark. They just have to keep consistency and don't show another weakness like we just saw with the Toph.
The lead is just huge. I would be very surprised if the US drops the ball here. It's huge and it's a very long map too.
Yeah, like it's going to be very difficult for the United States to actually drop the ball like for real. It's at the very final stretch, and there's not a lot of difficult SV patterns left. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be United States as we're almost at the very end.
At this point, yeah, it does seem like it. There are no more misses. All the players are holding them together, but it doesn't really matter. US just has a huge advantage here. The accuracy from Toph Daddy proving superior alongside Little Richie, and as much as Superman is a little bit behind compared to everyone in the Brazilians, Amaron has a miss, and so does Lotus. So, and a big miss, I might add, from Lotus. That's just it. United States will be taking their second point. 5-2 now in favor of the Brazilians, who have to pick once again.
Yep, this is potentially Brazil's last pick.
Oof. 2 200s and 10-1 ratio by the one and only Toph Daddy, 994k. That's a very good score. That's a really good score.
That's super impressive. He really gotta pat himself on the back for that score. I think that's better than the last score he got in Recession.
I wouldn't be surprised, really. That does look a little bit better. Not by much, though. He's very consistent at this.
Yeah. Just the SV god showing off again. But unfortunately, not a lot of SV maps to show off your SV skill on. And it's going to be mostly down to the hybrids, the LN and Rise. United States has potential on 0, I think, because the map is pretty short and it's also pretty technical, and we've seen that Brazil tends to struggle just getting chains of misses on very technical Rise maps.
Okay, we're going straight for Be Fortunate here by Brazil. No surprises here. I was expecting this to go instead of Tusanko last time, so no surprises is coming up right here. We'll see if it works. And as you said, I think 0 might be a good way for the United States to try to get back into the map and to the match, but they really should be winning this. Like, if they lose this, they're on a super tricky spot. They cannot lose any more of their picks. They need to get 2 break points. It gets a bit rough, so if they can get the point here, maybe win 0, they are maybe back on the game. They still need to get the bracket reset if they want to take it all, so very grim future for the United States, and they have to get back into this as soon as possible. And this one is very big in favor of Brazil, I think, but considering the column lock potential, all that advantage that Brazil has, a single column lock destroys all that advantage if the US can hold their ground.
It destroys it that easily. We've seen column locks on this map in particular a lot. It's not enough to be edit locked, because column locks are still coming after you. You can't hide, because this map is definitely one of them that just tests your density reading to the utmost. It is on the shorter side though. So again, United States have a bit of a I wouldn't say advantage, but they would look better on shorter maps, I'd say, which is like all they need. It's just that slight chance that they can take it, and we've seen it. We've seen it plenty of times. They just a bit short, very slightly short, and taking this.
Wait, we're not seeing Top Daddy for this?
Huh.
Interesting. Opting for mash
maybe they
instead,
have
which I guess makes
priced
sense. He's holding a
I
very
guess
low
this is a
accuracy.
very different kind of LM. It's
Hammer drops.
hammer up. That's a huge drop. It drops all the way to 99, while United States still holding it pretty strong, I'd say. This might be a strategy of resting some of the players and letting them just practice in peace a bit, or
Another miss by Hammer?
Oh, another! Oh my lord! This could be.
No column locks though. There was just clean misses. The first one was maybe closer to a column lock, but I think United States running with a very decent lead here.
Yeah, even though it was not like getting misses, like it's just miss upon miss upon miss. It did suffer with their accuracy. The misses
masher
weren't
drops.
clean enough.
Oh, that's the lowest accuracy too, so that's gonna hurt them a little bit. Brazil might just be taking the lead off that miss alone. What is this accuracy by Masher though?
I think the miss actually matters enough for United States to actually still have an advantage.
Yeah, they still do, but it's so small.
Yeah, it is shrinking. I'll tell you that much. And we still have a lot of
Machino drops!
Machino drops!
Oh, he was the lowest accuracy as well from Brazil, so that's gonna match them!
Oh my... And this means that Lil Richie and Grip Warrior together have a bit of a lead, but Silly Fangirl is still holding that 99.74, which is insane.
Huge run as well on the second column!
Oh no! Oh... It looks like...
Oh, US just has this!
More.
They just need to hold their ground. There's no map left. They just don't need to column lock here. They can get it. And by 12,000 points, they are taking a London pick. And they are taking the breakpoint.
Breakpoint. Yes.
If there was one London map I expected the US to have a chance, it was this. And if you see the ratios, you're like, how did they do it? But if you see the miscount by Amaron, you understand that is the reason why the United States managed to take the point. Lemarchino as well with a drop, and as much as the score by Silly Fanger is completely out of this world with a 991k, it's not enough. US takes the break point, is back on the game, they have to pick their own now, and if they get another one, they will be at the very least forcing a trade of picks really. They will be again on equal ground.
Yeah,
and they're going straight for bleed the 5th.
Yeah, this was one of those picks, except for Zero, that I would expect them to pick. They also have potential in obligatory, but it's also super risky because it requires so much stamina that I don't think United States has enough of in order to secure. Because Brazil, even if they're showing signs of inconsistencies, they're still extremely strong physically. But this is one of those maps that's pretty varied in patterning. We got lots of different stream patterning and such, makes it pretty techy sometimes. Difficult to coordinate at least. And it's also very, very speedy and drains a lot of stamina. And
it does drain a lot of stamina. I think that's my main concern here. Like we said, Brazil was looking a little bit inconsistent, and Lil Rich is looking like he's playing out of his mind. So perhaps this is the point. This is the turning point for Brazil, for like the United States rather. I could definitely see Lotus here struggling a little bit, or out of consistency alone, really. But Nate is also playing a game out of his mind. Light had some chokes earlier on, but he is the speed specialist, the speed demon of Brazil. So we'll see if the US can actually pull ahead on this. I don't dislike this pick. I think it's probably the best they had, other than maybe Zero. So we have to see map starting just now, and it seems like the US is very slightly on the lead based on Light's accuracy drop at the very early stage.
but still everyone is doing really well. Lothus with a 99.92, which is insane on a pick like this.
Very, very fast patterns here, and it seems like the Brazilians are on the lead again on accuracy alone off the back of Lothus here, really.
But yeah, anything can change though, because as you said, this map is really stamina draining, which means that you just falter a bit in stamina, you're going to get misses, and not only that, the misses will not be clean, which means that the score advantage suddenly shifts, if it is on the team that is in the lead, that is. Otherwise it just means the lead shrinks even more.
Superman holding a little bit of an accuracy drop. Sorry to interrupt you there, but this is getting very intense. This lead is very minuscule, and the Brazilians are taking it so far, but this is the stamina. This is the point where the stamina is going to start to kick in, and Silly Fang is dropping a little bit of accuracy, so is Light here, and the Brazilians are starting to fall ever so slightly, and the US is starting to climb a little bit. Little Richie a bit behind, but Greek Warrior putting up the work, and there's the first miss.
How did the first miss? It's the first miss.
Oh, Super the trade! Oh, that's a bad trade. That's a very bad trade. He got a lot of accuracy drop as well.
Yeah, that is a big accuracy drop. That's so unfortunate.
Oh, he just needed to hold for so long. Like, only a couple more notes and he had it. But now at this point, Lothus drops again! Right before the combo cap on one of the burst transitions!
Actually...
Is that enough? I don't think it is enough. That was such a minor break, and the accuracy from Stupid Man is not getting any better. As much as I think they don't have enough time really here. It comes down to the wire, and Lothus hits the combo cap. No misses at the end. United States losing their own pick once more as they are defeated by the Brazilians here. 1-200 by Light, 2 by Silly Fanger, and a V1SS by Greek Warrior. After all, the effort. Those misses from Superman at the end being the bit that Brazil needed to come back into this. And they are again on the lead with match point. But what a score there by Greek Warrior. That's a score to have, 94k.
Yeah, it just rests on the third player. If the third player can perform as well as the other two players on the United States, they have potential. But yeah,
unfortunately, potential cannot win World Cups. You need to do that. You need to capitalize those advantages you had. Those two players were doing what they needed. And Superman played really well too. It's just that it's just so short of taking it 5,000 points too. And at this point, Brazil's going for Black Ray, and I don't like this pick either. I think this gives the United States another chance. I was expecting Bizcracked instead, maybe even Lubider. But Black Ray of all the picks, I'm not so sure. Brazil trying to nail this tournament on their own. They're trying to take it all. They need to just win a single more map, and they have 2 more picks at the very least. They win this, they take the tournament. Otherwise, the US has to pick, and then they get another chance. So we will have to see. US now on the verge of elimination. The tournament on the verge of conclusion. Can the United States pull out probably one of the craziest upsets in the world if they can take this match somehow?
Yeah, that would be crazy, but we have seen teams before having there was one... I'm reminded of one match where one of the opposing teams was up like 6 points and the other was up 3. I think it was... Who was it again? Malaysia versus Vietnam, was it? I don't remember. Or United Kingdom versus Vietnam, actually? I think it was United Kingdom versus Vietnam.
On this map, you said?
No, not this map. It was like that previous match. One of the teams was up 6 points, but the other was...
Oh yeah, that was the UK versus Vietnam. Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
He was not Black Ray though, the man that started the comeback, but he was definitely in the situation.
So it could happen, but they really have to perform a magic trick here. I have to
come on. I am a big fan of the Brazilians. I know them personally. I like them a lot. They are very good. But please, we can see a purple palace ending here. And I hope we see that. I really do believe that the United States has what it takes to take this point and extend this matchup as much as they can. Nobody is skipping. They are taking their time. And here we go. Potentially the last map of the tournament. It is Black Ray, Amaron, Lotus, and Sillyfanger looking to put an end to this once and for all. But Quick Warrior, Rich, and Superman trying their best to deny that chance. We'll see what happens.
Interesting that Toph isn't playing his own map.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That you're right.
I guess he's taking a bit of a breather or something.
Oh, he has not been playing many maps though. He only played the SBs.
Yeah.
Not even the long notes.
Maybe it's just struggling that much on the difficulty, which really...
Yep. I think so
really
too.
bad,
I think the maps are getting a bit too hard for him to consistently hit good scores on them. But might as well just try to go for the sharpshooter that he is. In this kind of matchup, you need those differences, those difference makers. But at this point, map is very, very close. All members of this lobby are full comboing this, and this accuracy lead in favor of Brazil ever so slightly. Again, Stupid Man being behind compared to everybody else, but not so much compared to Amaron, which is the main competitor. See who wins this.
And Quick Warrior actually missing. Not trading with Lotus.
Oh my god. Why are these misses traded all the time? Both teams miss in the exact same spots every single time.
I think
Yes, it's gonna hit the combo cap earlier though, so maybe they have enough time?
It could be. It seems like Quick Warrior's miss was... I'm not sure, but... might have been slightly unclean, and the Lotus miss was more cleaner.
I think they were both pretty similar here, but there's another miss by Lotus on the transition, on the easier transition. US is on the lead. Hello, are we seeing this for real? That's only a third map remaining. US, you see to hold on.
I think actually this is almost reaching the end. This map
Problem
is
with
really
the mini
long.
jacks, they're very easy to choke. Will the United States be able to hold through this? If they can, there's only a third map remaining. And they can extend this. Lotus with another miss.
Lotus getting another miss. Another miss.
Oh my goodness, US is now in a huge lead, but they can miss anytime these longlers are easy to combo block too. There's no miss whatsoever, only Lotus. I think the one who struggles a little bit with this. And reaching Quick Warrior pulling ahead, Superman accuracy climbing as well. And Sillyfanger, the MVP of the Brazilians, falls as well. Oh, Superman drops down. Do they have enough time here? They need to hold this ground as long as they can. I don't think it's enough either. But the map is not over. There's only the jacks at the end, and then Richie drops.
This is gonna
get to the wire. I don't know if Brazil is taking this. Oh my god, the wire! Oh, that's it. This is on the lead. Quick Warrior drops again. No, this is the end. This is the end. Brazil take this. Brazil takes it. What was that map? What was that map? I do not believe. On the end, everything happened. Everything flew from one side to the other. Misses every single one of the players other than Amaron. But after all, it doesn't matter. It is Brazil once again who takes the tournament. I've never been this high in pitch as today. Like, that was my highest pitch stream I ever done because it merits it. What we just seen is not something we will see very often, if ever again. Brazil 7-3 will win the tournament against the United States. And what a match. What an end for this tournament.
Yeah. My heart is beating like really fast. It's like I just ran for miles and miles and didn't stop. That's how intense that last map was. It looked like the United States could prolong the match just by the slightest, but Brazil took it at the very last section.
I'm trying to hold it all together because that was insane. Like, US was on the lead, they drop, Brazil takes back, they drop again, it goes back and forth, and it doesn't stop, and it's 5,000 points at the end. There were many maps that were decided by so little. Yet Brazil, again, proving why they are the team that went through the winners bracket. They take it again, and they win the entire thing. This time US coming a little bit closer, but not quite close enough. We're gonna see a showcase for the tiebreaker though between the two teams. I think it's only fair to give this song some
one final
more
round.
showcase.
Yeah, but what a better way to end on that note. It really had to rest on that final moment, the Black Ray. That's like, I can't ask for a better ending myself, unless it was of course all the way to a tiebreaker situation and a similar situation happens at the tiebreaker. Now that would be something for the ages. This was one hell of a showing, and I'm so proud of the United States for performing so well, and I'm also so proud of Brazil for defending their position as the #1 team in the world for Mania 4K. So big round of applause for the Brazilian team taking another #1 place in the MWC. And now we're getting into Purple Palace. We'll see.
Oh my god, I needed to drink something. I'm sorry I was a bit quiet, but that end just shocked me in all possible ways.
I drink too. I'm running out of... It's going to be really hard to talk after all of that happened. Not only did we talk for an hour earlier about various things regarding NWC, but we also had to witness that. I need a drink too. I'll be right back.
My goodness. Oof. Well, I mean, Brazil, once again the champions, deservedly so. They honestly should have, in my opinion, been the champions for 3 years in a row already. They got that hiccup on the South Korean Grand Final after the bracket reset and the tiebreaker. But they are definitely deserver of this title once again. And to close this match with a tiebreaker showcase like this, I mean, this is like the song you play on the credits. It really does feel like that.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting to look at the tiebreaker one final time.
Yep.
And that.
I think it's fair to stop a little bit before we get into the match. Of course, to congratulate the Brazilians for taking the title once again, and of course the United States for taking that very well-deserved second place, alongside Malaysia to complete the podium, and every team that played in this tournament really. I hope you enjoyed the tournament as much as we did commentate it. Of course, I'll take this moment as well to thank the map selectors who put an insane amount of work into these maps, the play testers, the replay makers, the custom mappers, the organizers, all the commentators, referees, every single person here. Of course, big shout out to the new organizers too, Leo and Chile, all doing insanely well jobs here. And I would just name a few. I would just name everybody. I will take my time for it, but we just don't really have that time. We'll go straight into the credits here with Purple Palace. I hope you all enjoyed the tournament. We have to see.
I'd like to give shout outs to Mango for getting us this amazing song, and big shout outs to Sarah, Silent Room, and Billy Amato for the amazing music. So thank you guys again. It's been a pleasure. This MWC has been really amazing, I think.
It really was. I think this was one of the most intense ones we had in a while. After maybe the South Korea-Brazil Grand Final, we had a pretty intense and very insane matches all over the place. The finals featured a couple tiebreakers, which of course I'm gonna take the time as well to thank the 3 artists that collaborated for this song. You guys are amazing. This, in my opinion, by far the best song that has ever been produced for tiebreakers, like for custom tiebreakers. Like music-wise, is being the best by far, my opinion.
Yep.
I'm not trying to disregard the others, of course, but it's just I love the song so much.
Yeah, I think that's only fair. You can, they're still amazing. There's no denying that the others are amazing in their own right, but I think this one does hold a bit of a special place in my heart, certainly. It's just that good. And there's a lot of varying sections. I might also be able to mention who did what. I think this is the first 50 seconds, which was the Silent Room versus Sarah and Billy Amato. And I think we're past that point, which it's now Billy Amato versus Sarah and Silent Room. And I think after this point we'll be seeing only Billy Amato. Billy Amato pretty much carried the entire creation process of this. So yeah, big shout outs to him again. And not to say that the other guys didn't do like as much, because they certainly did. Silent Room did all the mastering and the final mix, and Sarah of course did also the artwork. So they've put in so much effort into this. So I'm just really glad to see it come into fruition, right?
I'll also take a little bit of the time as well to thank Puffbug and the mod team for the Twitch chat, definitely making this place a lot more peaceful, a lot more enjoyable, a lot more friendly to everyone that stands around and wants to hang out and have a great time, because that's something I think doesn't get recognized as often. And as much as I again took the time to gratefully thank everybody involved in this tournament, at this point we just have to watch and hear and listen. This last bit of Purple Palace we're gonna get probably for the last time in the stream, but maybe on some transition screens, maybe in the future we'll see it. But this is definitely the last time we're gonna see this map on stream. Nate is just casually 4-to-1 final combo, right? Like he's just 99.57. Hello, Nate. I know you had a miss at the early beginning, and that kind of just kills the full combo. But what is wrong with you, man? Of course, I never said, but thank you, Trust. You're amazing for being the operator. And thank you, Acer, as well, for being the operator eventually, and all the organizers.
Big shout outs to Frosk and also to Chillier for putting up with the streams in his absence. He was traveling, I think, or something. I don't remember. But yeah, I think we're just going to be a bit quiet and let the music play.
Nate, my man, friend, man, Nate. I know you're good. I know you're really good. I saw you in person play. You're amazing. But please, don't stop, Nate. The lands are hard, Nate. No.
What are you doing? You can't do this. You can't do this. Are you human?
Nate's just flexing on us. He even got the truth right! He didn't draw accuracy there at all!
Yeah, he didn't even flinch.
Nate's just winning the tournament by himself. It's like the new generation of wonder. Nate Rich is also doing really well, don't get me wrong. 99.35, this is crazy. He got like a couple misses only, but I'm just can't help it. I'm just watching Nate.
Yeah. He's an attraction. You're really attracted to see him play. That's probably why he's the biggest mania streamer currently. Well done, Silly. I think you're amazing.
You all go to his stream chat if he gets this run and say, what is wrong with you, Nate? Come on. He's streaming right now, I know for a fact.
Yeah,
come on, Nate, you didn't have to power out that hard. This is not for the point, you already won the tournament.
There's one final stream section where you might miss. We'll see. And it doesn't even flinch.
His accuracy is going up, of all things!
Okay, this is the stream part I'm talking about. I think
he has to miss here. No, he's not. He's just getting higher accuracy. Okay, that's 200. Let's go. That's 200.
Oh, just one bad judgment.
Okay, he's dropping a little bit now.
But
Bro,
it's not a miss. It's not missing. It's not missing. And it's almost lit. It's 8,000 combo. What are you doing?
Nate! You got a miss early and you're gonna full combo the rest? Are you kidding me? What?
What
I know
are you
I'm not allowed to
doing?
swear on the stream, but what? 980, 3,000 points and he's still going. What?
Don't say swears.
If he misses on the last note in purpose, I'm gonna go to Brazil and punch him in the face. Okay, he get it.
Oh my. Okay.
He got a miss early though. That's the most important. Like the most shocking part is he actually missed at the intro. What? 3,200 as well from Lil Richie. That's insane too. What?
That is an
What?
insane score.
8,400
Actually,
combo.
990k. That.
8,400 combo.
What the Okay, yeah. And with that, it's going to spell the very end of the Oceania 4K World Cup 2021. And congratulations again to Brazil. And big shout outs to absolutely everyone involved. The playtesters, the map pools, the commentators, the referees, the streamers, the coordinators, the organizers. Mango, you're your own special category. Just thank you so much. It's been a journey and a pleasure to be here and say a last final hurrah for the Oceania 4K World Cup, and we'll see you next year. And if you're into 7K, I might mention that we are looking forwards to getting a return to 7K this January, early this 2022. So look out for that. If you're into 7K, it might...
Well, we have some tentative dates that we can even throw here, right? The 16th of December might be just a starting point for the registration, so you better be around for that. There's going to be qualifiers too, so it is actually happening.
It's happening. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your parents, tell your grandchildren.
That would be weird if you're watching a nose stream and you have a grandchild, unless you are watching it with your grandchild, it probably would be a bit weird. I don't judge, it might be very well the case. But regardless, that has been it for the Oceania 4K World Cup 2021. It has been a pleasure for me to commentate it, to participate in everything that I could help. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to play, but that's okay. I didn't really sign up for it anyway, so it's not that it mattered. And of course, I'll say again, for the last time today, congratulations to the Brazilians, to Amaron, Sillyfanger, Lothus, Light, Lemarcino, and Len for winning the Oceania World Cup 4K Edition 2021. And of course, to the other two teams, United States and Malaysia, taking the podium. Lil Richie, Top Daddy, Grip Warrior, Bani Yani, Superman, and Mashu providing an insane grand final alongside of Chiwi, X-Apple, Nioche, Leon, Watarakisa, and Creolian for providing great performances as well in the third place, and every single other player that participated. I hope to see you all next year too for more action. Not sure if Davy has anything else to mention.
No, not really. I just want to mention the big round of applause for all the players, especially Brazil. Big round of applause. Clap your hands. Do it.
I cannot clap my hands because I have to call the bush to talk, but I will definitely do it otherwise.
Yeah, I'm mentioning it to the chat. You all have to clap your hands, okay?
3, 2, 1. Let's go! But oh well. We had enough maniacs. We have enough key smashing. We had a lot of columns to be hit accurately on time. But this is not it. Osu still remains, because the Osu World Cup registrations are already up and running until the 30th of September, and that is the tournament that will conclude the series, that will conclude the year of awesome World Cups. And it's only a couple weeks off, so you better go sign up if you can, if you want, and not stay tuned for it. Qualifier showcase and the start of the tournament would be on the 9th of October. There's only just a few weeks until then. I hope you enjoyed the 4K Mania World Cup 2021. I hope you see the 2022 edition if you happen to still be around. And yeah, that's it for me. It's been a pleasure as always, and I hope to see you all, as again said, next year.
See you again next year, or even earlier than that.
can feel the evolution. All my time no longer frozen. So maybe all the I don't know who I will become, but I know